Compound interest formula is A is equal to, that is the amount, is equal to principal P into 1 plus rate R by 100 whole to the power of n, where A is the amount after n years, after n years, P is the principal or sum invested initially. Initially. Okay, R is the rate percent or the rate of interest. And N is the period of investment. Usually we express it in years. Okay, time of investment or period of investment. We express it in years. Okay. Now this formula will actually give you the amount that I showed you. Okay. The compound interest you will have to calculate with the help of amount minus principal. So you subtract the you subtract the amount from the principal and you will get your compound interest. Okay. So these two we shall be using in our sums. So let us look at the first problem and a very easy problem. Okay. This is 1-1. Let me write the problem so that there are three problems in question number one part one, one part two, and one part three. All these three are three different problems. Okay. Let me write the problem so that you understand the difference between the problems. Okay. So question is calculate the amount and compound interest on rupees 15,000 for 2 years at 10% per annum. Okay. Compounded annually. Now this is a phrase that you must be very mindful. Okay. Compounded annually. Okay. This is a phrase that you must take notice of in all compound interest problems. Okay. So here, if you see, in order to solve this problem, if you see calculate the amount and compound interest on 15,000 rupees. So here, our principal is clearly 15,000 rupees, right?
So per year we'll do.
Yes.
So we'll do per year.
Yes, compounded annually means per annum or
Yes,
per
sir.
year.
That's why I was asking.
Yes. So
Okay, sir.
that is why I underline compounded annually. Okay. You must always take note of this phrase: compounded annually, compounded semi-annually, compounded half-yearly, compounded quarterly. Okay. We'll come across those problems. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
principal is 15,000 and the time here is 2 years. Let me not write here. Let me just write n is equal to 2. 2 years. Okay. And the rate here is 10%. Okay. So therefore, amount at the end of 2 years A is equal to P 1 plus R by 100 to the power of n. This is the compound interest formula, right? Put the values in this. So you have, if you want to find the amount, so P is equal to 15,000 into 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 2, right? Now this is 15,000. And here what you do, you cancel 1 0. So you'll be left with 1 plus 1 by 10 square, which is equal to 15,000 into, now take the LCM here, 10 into 10 plus 1 square. So you get 15,000 into 11 by 10 square, right? Now 11 by 10 square is nothing but 11 by 10 repeated twice. Okay. So 2 zeros cancel from here. Okay. So you are going to get 150 into 11 into 11. Just right below. Okay. So if you multiply 150 into 11 into 11,
18,150.
how much?
18,150.
15,150.
18,000.
18,150, right?
Yes, sir.
18,150. So this is the amount after the end of 2 years. So therefore compound interest, let me write the full one first. Compound interest at the end of 2 years. CI is equal to E minus P, which is 18,150 minus the initial principal 15,000. So you get 3,150 rupees. And that's your answer. Okay. So what you see is that from the amount we have calculated the compound interest. In case of simple interest, we could calculate simple interest directly. But in case of compound interest formula, first we will have to calculate the amount and then you will have to calculate the compound interest. Okay. Let us look at the next problem. Okay. And now if you see, the next problem states calculate the amount and compound interest on. This is one part 2. Okay. On 1,56,250 for 1.5 years. So you have 1.5 years at 8% per annum. So 8% per annum, they compounded half yearly. See this phrase half yearly? In the previous problem we had compounded annually. Now what does half yearly mean? Half yearly means that the interest is not paid to you at the end of 1 year. Interest is paid to you at the end of 6 months. Okay. For example, suppose in 2021, I made an investment, 1st Jan 2021. Okay. I made an investment. And so if the interest is compounded annually, then I will get my interest on 31st December. right? 2021, right? But if I make the same investment on 1st Jan 2021, or some other person makes, and what he does is his compound interest is compounded half yearly. Then he will get interest twice. When? First he will get in June, that is 30th June 2021, he will get one interest, and then he will get another interest on 31st December 2021. Clear with the concept of half yearly? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Another concept is that of quarterly. Okay, let's see what quarterly means. Quarterly means see half yearly. In case of half yearly, what are you doing? You are dividing 12 months into two parts, 6 months, 6 months, right? In case of quarterly, quarter is 1/4. So you are dividing the year into four parts. Okay, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, right? So
Yes, sir.
first, if you are making an investment on 1st Jan 2021, and if your interest is compounded quarterly, then you will get your first installment of interest on 31st March 2021. Okay, the next installment of interest you will get in June. Okay, next installment of interest you are going to get in September. That is 30th September. And finally, the last installment you are going to get in 31st December 2021. Okay, so half yearly means you will get the interest twice a year. Okay, quarterly means you will get the interest 4 times in a year. So half yearly, we are dividing the year into two parts. Okay, first is 1st Jan to 30th June, and then second part is 30th June to 31st December. This is the first part. And in case of quarterly, we are dividing the year into four parts: 1st Jan to 31st March, and then 31st March to 30th June, and then 30th June to 30th September, and then 30th September to 31st December. Okay, so that is the difference between annually, semi-annually, and quarterly. Okay, so now let's move back to this problem. So here, principal is how much? 156250, right? And you have the time as 1.5 years, right? But remember, when you are putting it in the formula, since the interest is compounded half yearly, because you are dividing the year into two parts, you will multiply the time by 2. Is this step clear? That means n you will put as 3 and not 1.5. Okay, and the time here, and the rate here is 8%. But because you are dividing the year into two parts, again compounded half yearly, that is why you will divide the rate by 2. So this is 4. Now these values we are going to put in the compound interest formula. So amount at the end of 1.5 years, A is equal to P 1 plus r by 100 to the power of n. 156250 1 plus r by 100 cube, right? See, in the formula I put r is equal to 4 and I put n is equal to 3. Now we make the calculation. So what you do, you can cancel this here. So you get 156250 1 plus 1 by 25 cube. Okay, so this you get 156250 and you take the LCM within the power, you get 25 plus 1 by 25. So here you have 156250 into 26 by 25. This is a cube here. 26 by 25 cube is equal to 156250 into 26 by 25 into 26 by 25 into 26 by 25. Okay. So now from here, we are going to cancel and we are going to get the value. See, 156250 will cancel with 25. Let's see how many times. So this is 6 times, and then you have 2 times, and then you have 5 times. 6250. Again, this 625 will cancel with 25 250 times. And again, 25 will cancel 10 times. So you are getting 10 into 26 into 26 into 26. Okay. So here you will get 175760. Okay. If you multiply, you're going to get 1,75,760. And this is the amount after the end of 1.5 years. Therefore, what will the compound interest? Compound interest at the end of 1.5 years is CI is equal to E minus P. E here is 175,760. Okay, minus 156,250. Okay, so you get your compound interest here as
So if the
tell me.
power, the 1.5 years
Just
is in the
subtract this and tell
normal
me first.
compound.
Just subtract this and tell me first how much you get. 177,
Yes, sir. Yes.
175,760.
So 19,510.
Yes. This is the compound interest that you are getting. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Yes. Now tell me your question. Tell me a question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So if the year, 1.5 year is in the normal compound interest,
Hmm.
the 3 years,
Annually,
the 2
compounded
years.
annually.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
So then how we will make that power?
Yes, exactly. I'll do that problem. You had the same question last time also. I will do one problem where you will have some fractional power. Okay. I will show you how to
And
treat those
sir,
problems. Hmm.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
I will show you how to do, suppose you have 5 years, 4 months, right? Then how to treat those problems. I'll show you. There is one example here in the exercise. Okay. Let us move on now to the third part where you have quarterly interest. So now the problem here is calculate the amount and compound interest. This is one part 3. Calculate the amount and compound interest on rupees 10 lakh, right? For 9 months. Okay, this is not even years, this is months. So for 9 months at 8% per annum. 8% per annum. um, Compounded quarterly. Okay. So let's see how to treat this. The principal here is 10 lakhs. That's right. Okay. Rate here is 8%. But rate, what do we do? Because the interest is compounded quarterly, we are dividing the year into 4 parts, right? 4 equal parts. That means the rate must be divided by 4. Okay. So you get 2. And the time here is 9 months. First, you convert the year into months into year. So 9 months is the same as 9 by 12 years, right? And because the interest is being compounded quarterly, you are dividing the year into 4 parts. You multiply this by 4. Is this absolutely clear?
Yes, sir.
So now you see what the value of n is. The value of n comes out to be 3. Okay. So amount at the end
Sir,
of,
but in the last problem, we didn't multiply the rate, sir.
we divided the rate in the last problem. We divided the
Yes,
rate
sir.
by
We
2.
didn't divided the rate, sir.
We did divide the rate. In the last problem, see what the rate was? In the last problem, the rate was 8%. So we divided the rate. Oh, this is I think 4%. Okay, okay. The interest here is not 8%, it is 4%. Okay. This question is the interest rate here is 4%.
Yes.
Okay. So this just was a copying mistake. 4 divided by 4. We are dividing the rate by 4. So you're getting R is equal to 1. Okay. Okay, fine. Now this should work. Okay. So amount at the end of 9 months. 9 months means how many quarters? How many quarters is 9 months?
Sir, 4 quarters.
3 quarters. 9 divided by 3. 1 quarter is
Yes, sir.
3
Yes, sir.
months.
3 quarter. Yes, sir. 3 quarter.
Okay, this is the formula. Now put the values. Rate here is 1 by 100 and time here is 3. So now take the LCM here. To 101 by 100 cube. Into now 101 by 100 cube means 101 by 100 multiplied thrice. So how many zeros will cancel? Two zeros will cancel here. The next two zeros, and then the next two zeros. So all the zeros are cancelled. We're simply getting 101 into 101 into 101. Okay. So how much will this come to? 101 cube. This is, I think, 1 lakh rupees, not 10 lakhs. I added one extra zero. Okay, let me make the change, because in the problem it's given 1 lakh. This one zero is extra. Okay, so you have 1 lakh. Here also you have 1 lakh, and here also you have 1 lakh. Yes, now it's okay. Now you see what zeros will cancel here. 1 0 will be left, I think.
So 1 0 would be left.
Yes. So all the 5 zeros are going to cancel. And here only 1 0 will be left. So you are left with 101 into 101 into 101 divided by 10. Okay. So if you multiply this, you are going to get 1030301 divided by 10. And this is, you shift one decimal to the left, you get 103,030.1. So the amount is 1,03,030 and 10 paise, right? And therefore, compound interest at the end of 9 months is equal to A minus P. 1,03,030.1 minus 1 lakh. So the compound interest that you are getting here is 3,030
So 3030.
and 10 paise, right? So that is what your difference between annually, half yearly. Half yearly is sometimes written as uh, half yearly is sometimes written as semi-annually. Okay, so you can make a note here. Half yearly, note number 1. Half yearly is also written as semi-annually. Okay, note these two phrases, they are the same, they are synonymous. Okay, so whether they give you half yearly or semi-annually, the meaning is the same. Next, now if I ask you that if the interest is compounded bi-monthly, you know what bi-monthly is? Every 2 months.
So per month.
Every 2 months. Bi-monthly. Bi means 2. If the interest is compounded half yearly, then what do we do with the rate? In how many parts are we dividing the year? Then we are dividing 12 months into 12 months into how many parts? 12 divided by 2, because interest is being given
6.
every 2 months. So
6.
we are dividing into 6 equal parts, right? In this case, what should be done with the rate and the time? Rate must be divided by 6. Isn't it? Rate must be divided by 6 and time must be multiplied by 6. by 6. Now my question is, if the interest is compounded monthly, then what do you do? Bounded. Here I underline bi-monthly and here I underline monthly. Then what do you do? Then we are dividing 12 parts into 12 equal parts. Then we are dividing the year, 12 months. We are dividing 12 months into 12 by 1, isn't it? Because we are getting interest monthly per month, equal to 12 equal parts. In this case, rate R must be divided by 12 and time N must be multiplied by 12. Okay, clear with this? So I'll stop
Yes,
this
sir.
here. Now you had a question, right, yesterday?